What's up, guys? It's EOTTD here, and today I'm going to be doing a deck profiling of a Gagaga Prophecy hybrid build that I made it myself. And so, yeah, before we get into that, I just want to say thank you for all my viewers and my subscribers, 20 now, and thank you for all of you for all the positive feedback I got on the video, and this is my second one. Your comments and things like that have really helped me build up my Six Samurai deck, and I've been testing other things with it, and I find it's better now that I have changed it around. If you guys are interested in that, I will be doing an update video once the cards that I have ordered for it arrive. So yeah, onto the deck profiling. It's a Gagaga hybrid with prophecies integrated into it. Now, I was extremely cheap with the deck, so I don't have any High Priestess, Spellbook of Judgment, any of the cards that make this deck really competitive. This is another trial deck, and it's basically just a deck that I built for the fun of it, because really my only competitive deck is my Six Sams, even though they are starting to fall out of date to the E-Dragons and things like that. So, yeah, let's get started. So, of course, you need to run triple Gagaga Magician for this deck. You don't need to. This is an actually original build by me. But triple Gagaga Magician. Now we're on to the spellbook cards already, the prophecies. So, of course, triple Amores. I put these cards in here just because they allow you to get the strong high-level XYZs by building up your other monsters' levels. And they also allow you to protect your weaker ones. So I run two Charioteers. This card saves your tail. He brings back spellbook cards spellbook spellcaster monsters from your graveyard. So he allows you to bring back your Gagaga Magician if you want it, or something like that. So Amores is a special summoner. He is a great card because he allows you to special summon your extra monsters, allowing you to get that quick XZ on the field. So yeah, I run one Justice of Prophecy. Every Prophecy build runs 3. I don't run the High Priestess. I only have her in here because of my Chaos Sorcerer. So I run double Magician's Valkyria. Magician's Valkyria is a great card because she protects your spellcasters. Once you get 2 of them on the field, creates a lock. Your opponent cannot attack spellcaster monsters. I run one Breaker. I used to run 2, but enough testing and trying in this deck, and he wasn't basically good enough to stay in, but I needed the back row clearing, so I kept 1 in. So here are the searchers. I run one Magical Exemplar and one Summoner Monk. I like both of them for different reasons, so I have both of them in here. This guy is good because he's basically an instant XYZ monster when you use his effect. And this one's good just because it spellbook, so you can keep it on the field, or spell counters, so you can keep her on the field, and she just keeps redoing her effect. But this guy is too. The only problem is that this one you get to use the spellbooks, or the spell cards. This one you have to discard them. So it's a bit of a trade-off. And last but not least, your boss monsters in the deck. Chaos Sorcerer, like I said, good for banishing, easy to get on the field since this deck is a lot of light and darks. And Dad, Dark Armed Dragon. He's great because he's just, he pops monsters. And, yeah, I wouldn't say this deck lacks attack power, but if there's something that it is weak in, it is attack. Although, onto the spells, and this card, Spellbook of Power, I run 3 of them. Every Spellbook deck has to, regardless of what your opinion is against the card. I run 3. So, of course, the spellbooks are really expensive, so I run the less good ones. There's, Power and Life are the ones that I run that are the best. But here's some more. Spellbook of Wisdom. This card's great for protecting your spellcasters against people who Dark Hole, or use Mirror Force, or things like that, or Torrential Tribute. Spellbook of Life brings back your spellcasters and gives them high levels, allowing for those high-level XYZ monsters. One Spellbook of the Library Crescent. It's a good card because I often find that I'm clearing out my spellbooks quite frequently out of my graveyard, so I can use that. So yeah, 2 Wonder Wands because this card is draw power, and that's another thing that this deck lacks, is a heavy draw power. Maybe it's just because I'm set on used to my Six Sams, but yeah. So I run one Bound Wand, and this is so I can bring back my Gagaga Magician or my Prophecy card when it gets destroyed. For the 3 Gagaga Magicians, I run 1 Revenge, Gagaga Revenge, because it allows me to bring them back instantly and another instant Xyz. And for your staples, which I don't have to explain, again, Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, and Dark Hole. So those are the spells. The spells are quite big, big pile, almost as much as the monsters, really. So now on to the traps, which, again, like both my deck profiles now, both very small. So I run 1 Gagaga Shield. This protects my spellcaster monsters from being destroyed by, just destroyed. So, by battle or card effect. So, great card. I run 2 Magician's Circle because this card allows me to search out spellcasters from my deck when I attack with them. So basically, jack Prophecy up, use this, search out another Prophecy, search out a Gagaga Magician, overlay a Great Xyz monster. I run 1 Fiendish Chain to negate the effects of monsters on the field. I run 1 Mirror Force for when my opponent attacks, and so I can get rid of all his cards, and 1 Solemn Judgment. Now, I think the main thing that you guys are going to be getting at me for is the fact that I need more trap cards to protect my monsters, so I'll be working on that as well. I don't really have a set side deck for this. This is the extra deck. I don't have a set side deck for it, but I do have cards and sleeves. One thing that you guys said before is that for my 6 Sams is that that's not proper of how a side deck is built. So I have made a few changes to it. This again is another flawed side deck by me. It's basically cards that I didn't want to take out of the deck. I just wanted to have them there. So it's not a side deck. It's just cards that I wanted to have with me if I'm at a tournament or something and someone recommends them to me and I put them in. Anyway, so for your Xyz monsters, I run, for your level 2, rank 2s, 1 Gachi Gachi Gentetsu. For your rank 3s, I run 1 Leviathan Dragon. I run 1 Wind Up Zenmaines to protect me. I run 1 Evil Swarm Nightmare. I run 1 Gem Knight Pearl to beat over those strong monsters. I run 1 39 Utopia. I run 1 Photon Palperoperative. I run 1 number 16 Shockmaster because he locks down the field. I run 1 Shark Fortress. He's a common that came in the Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy, and I like him. I think he's a good card, but a lot of people are hating on him. Adria is Keeper of Armageddon. Tira is Keeper of Genesis. And now onto your rank 6, Force Focus, great card. Another rank 6 is Photon Strike Bouncer, and I love this card. He has won me so many duels and saved my tail. Hierophant of Prophecy, just because she's good when I have spellbook cards in the graveyard, I can pop cards on the field. And Hieratic Sun Dragon, Overlord of Heliopolis. So that is the extra deck. Like I said, this video is what I call a help deck profile. So I'll need you guys basically to put in the comment section below what sort of things you think would go really well in this deck. So this is the sad excuse for a side deck. So don't get angry at me in the comments section because I've explained this, that it's not a very good one. So for quick Xyz, I have 2 Ojama Knights in here just to protect me. Another Summoner Monk, so I have him there just in case I need him. There's that other Breaker I ran. I threw him in here just in case I wanted him. I wasn't a huge fan of running 3 of these, Gagaga Girl, but they're in here just in case I need them again. This isn't a side deck like I've explained. This is just the cards I want here with me. 2 instant fusions for those Ojama Knights. 1 Dark World Dealings, draw power. 1 Allure of Darkness, again, draw power. 1 Book of Moon to flip those cards face down. It's a good card. A lot of people have said it's a staple, and I'm thinking about putting it back in, but I don't really know. And here are some decent trap cards that I've left out. Threatening Roar and Torrential Tribute. So that is basically the deck. So yeah, thank you for watching the video. Thank you for all the amazing feedback I got from my first video, and I'm loving the world of Yugi tubing. So EOTTD, signing out.